We're out in front, and we have talked about saving elements from here.
One of the things we were talking about earlier was some of the stonework that's on the exterior, and given that it won't really crumble when the building is being taken apart, hoping that some of it would be salvageable, we've talked about using not only parts of the rough stone, but even the smoother limestone elements surrounding the plaques and surrounding the entryway with the keystone and such. We've talked about using. How we would use them is another question, but it's such nice material that it's something you just can't pass up. It's like the windows in that regard.
And here again, it could be an interior element. It wouldn't have to be outside.
Right.
You could have your like your entryway, and then this would be the archway that would lead into the auditorium, like if it's the Barhydt Memorial.
Sure.
Community, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Possibilities are endless, really. I mean, the possibilities, interior, exterior, if it's a part of the building, part of the facade, or like a fountain, piece.
And just in the fact that it's a very American thing to tear down a wonderful building like this, it's also a very European thing to utilize pieces of distant, structures. Kelsey was talking about when he was in Italy, and in Rome, you have, and everywhere you have little bits and pieces of older buildings that are stuck into walls.
It was typical when I was over there. I actually saw a number of churches that utilized portions of other churches to resurrect them, and to build themselves. And so, it's a typical practice. And so,
I guess we're finally getting old enough that we can start doing that.
Yeah,
we should be doing that, and
we're getting old enough that we are beginning to appreciate what's gone before. I know there was a church that I was really fascinated with in Brussels when I was there a few years ago. I think Susan and I went there about 4 times. It was right from our hotel on the way to something else we went to several times. But there were bombed out sections from the Napoleonic Wars, and they just left it all scarred and messed up inside. Big craters in the wall and the remnants of a big Gothic arch, but in concert with some very modern installations within that church itself. So it is possible to make a pastiche out of bits and pieces of the past and still make it work and make it functional and visually interesting.
Another issue might be of utilizing something that's obviously old with new construction. And a lot of times you'll find that it will be questioned, but eventually you'll see that there's beauty in contrast, where you use like an older an older element from an older building that's obviously not new construction, but when put in a new construction ends up creating beauty.
Like the Temple of Dendur at the Metropolitan Museum in New York, thousands of years old, crusty as all get out, chipped and broken and icky by our standards, but it's in a real clean, modern context on that wing of the museum, and it looks really quite handsome, even though it's broken and shattered in that pristine modern context. So it's workable. Maybe not what we would wish for in this situation, but I think we need to make the best of an unfortunate situation that we can.
Right, and that's what the Civic Center is hoping to do by helping preserve, save some of the elements of Barhydt Chapel, including
the plaques, including the plaques, and recognizable elements like not only the plaques but also the cornerstone down here stating what date it was actually built, and it's this sort of history that will make people remember. And it gives a depth to what's being recreated.
And I think I might have said 1908, but the cornerstone says 1910. So maybe 1908 is when they got the cash together. Who knows?
Right. Completed the deal. So thank you, Mark and Kelsey.
He's Kelsey.
I'm saying the name. Look at the wrong person here.
He's young. I'm old.
Nah. Thank you very much for this program, brainstorming, looking at Barhydt, possibly combining the old with the new, preserving a part of our heritage in a new vision that we have for our community. Thank you.